Today's video about how to turn your guts or your colon into bioreactor to produce these super enzymes for rejuvenation of your body. This is quite important subject, I believe, and it really works. So this is what I want to present you. So I remind you that you can support me and you can get access to my book in Russian. I didn't translate it yet in English because not so many, almost nobody is asking me this English translation. So then if it is not supported, so I will keep it only in Russian, because all the project, I remind you that all the project has the goal, my personal rejuvenation, and then it was I was making this video not for money, but just to somehow motivate myself and also to structure knowledge in my mind, so that I can get idea, I can crack this problem of longevity, so I can rejuvenate my body, and it seems it works. Okay, then about the video again. So in my previous videos you can download presentation and click on the link, this 1, 2, 3. I was already talked about the beneficial properties of the bee shilajit. There is such product, bee shilajit, very famous in ancient times, and about also tinctures of this shilajit on vodka and honey, or so-called other product. It is waste products of wax moth larva. So in my opinion, this shilajit is coming from this waste products of wax moth larva. It is actually excrements of the moth larva, but they have super enzymes, and these super enzymes seems to be working to rejuvenate our body. So I recommend you to watch these videos again, and in this video I will disclose my recent ideas and products, and which I have already tested both myself and some friends, and also I recommended these ideas to those people who support my project financially, and I stay in contact with them. From the videos mentioned above, you can find out that the tinctures contain super enzymes that are able to break down misfolded proteins, polyunsaturated fatty acids, polyunsaturated polyunsaturated fats, and also the so-called advanced glycation end products in the extracellular matrix. The activation of these enzymes occurs at different acidity values of the environment. So for the activation of enzymes related to lipase, lipase may degrade oxidized unsaturated fats, and to activate it, slightly alkaline medium is required, with pH about 7, in the range of 7 to 10. In our blood has a pH about 7 or 8, so it is working, and therefore these enzymes can work in the blood. That is, they can remove atherosclerotic plaques in the walls of large blood vessels. In the walls. Please watch my previous videos about this. These plaques are developed not on the walls, not the inside of the large blood vessels, but inside the walls. Also, these enzymes can break down lipofuscin. Lipofuscin, it is some rubbish product which accumulates in extracellular matrix. First it accumulates inside the cells, in liposomes, lysosomes, but then when cell die out, it goes to extracellular matrix and cannot be removed. Okay, then, just simple picture that we have so-called digesting ferments or digestion enzymes, and some of this lipase, they can break down fats. They break down fats to fatty acids and to glycerol, but also there are enzymes which can split oxidized fatty acids, and then they clean these oxidized products in our extracellular matrix. And also there are some enzymes which can break proteins to amino acids. So they are quite complicated chemical structures. Well, how they work, you can find in internet how they work precisely. But again, just this is lipase, which break down fat and the fats and fatty acids also, oxidized fatty acids, and there are not one but a family of lipase. They are different, a little bit different, so I cannot say anything about what lipase is in this waste product in excrements of the wax moth larva, but it's not actually much important because we just know that it works. For the activation of enzymes that break down misfolded proteins and advanced glycation end products, an acidic environment is necessary. Therefore, if such enzymes enter the bloodstream from the intestine, they cannot affect albumin and or blood cells proteins. They are harmless. They are just proteins. They can travel with our blood, but if they get inside the lysosomes of macrophages and other cells of our immune system, where an acidic environment is maintained, then they improved the digestion of the misfolded proteins like prions and this other rubbish, and that are considered as rubbish. So what kind of rubbish? What kind of protein rubbish? It is amyloids in our brain, for example, and not only in brain, also in other organs. It is so-called prion proteins. Prion proteins, it is misfolded proteins, and very dangerous actually, because they can accumulate very quick, and other protein debris. In particular, macrophages with such super enzymes can degrade advanced glycation end products in the extracellular matrix. That is, such enzymes improve the capabilities of our immune system to reduce the stiffness of the extracellular matrix, as well as heal and rejuvenate our body. I was talking about this, that our senile degradation corresponds to the increase in stiffness of the extracellular matrix. And if macrophages can digest this advanced glycation end products, then we can reverse aging, we can get our organs and our extracellular matrix can make it more elastic, so younger. Okay, first of all, it relates to the blood and lymph vessels. Why blood and lymph vessels? Because these enzymes, they are coming from the intestine to blood and to the also to lymph vessels. So they go inside, they can be activated because pH is little bit alkalic, and then they can clean out. They can clean out these atherosclerotic plaques, and also with macrophages they can destroy this advanced glycation end products in the wall of the blood vessels. And this, so far, the elasticity of the vessels is improved. What is important, I didn't mention it in this, but just remember that we have thymus gland. And this is very important for our immune system. And with age, the cells in the thymus gland are replaced by adipose tissue. So fat accumulates inside the thymus. And if we have this enzyme which break down the fat, especially oxidized polyunsaturated fat, then we can clean the thymus, we can improve functioning of the immune system altogether. So then what we will see as a result, we will see considerable decrease in blood pressure and together with some increase, considerable increase in endurance during aerobic workouts. I have been producing and consuming the tinctures on everyday basis for longer than 10 months already, and have already achieved a radical decrease in the resting heartbeat rate. So it is like at morning I can measure heartbeat rate, and I also can measure blood pressure, and I can compare these values to the values what were a year ago. A year ago it was like 120 to 80, and heartbeat rate was 60, and it considered okay. It considered, for my age, it considered not bad, but what is also important, it is important to reduce blood pressure in diastole. In diastole, that is during the relaxation of the heart muscles. The better the elasticity of the aorta, the more efficiently the heart muscle work, and the lower the blood pressure in the diastole, in this stage. And the lower the stiffness of the aorta, and the stronger the heart muscle, the lower the resting heartbeat rate. Okay? So it is, for me now, resting heartbeat rate is in range of 48 to 51 beats per minute. In comparison with age of 18, when I was actively practicing swimming in fins, my resting heartbeat rate was about 40, 45 in this interval, so beats per minute, and of course it's much better. I used to have much stronger heart, but nevertheless it's not bad already. So below 50 it's not bad. And blood pressure was that time 100 to 70, that is higher than it is now. So in my age 18, my blood pressure was 100 to 70 millimeter of mercury. Yeah, and now my blood pressure 90 to 60, even less, even a little bit less, and it is compatible with the values during infancy of humans. Whereas the average blood pressure for men of my age, I am 64 years old, it's about 143 to 83, like in average it is like this, and this resting heartbeat rate is in range of 70, 73, 76, like this, yes? So, if I have this resting heartbeat rate below 50, or in range of 50, and I have blood pressure, especially diastolic blood pressure, below 60, I can claim tentatively, because I didn't make the direct measurements, but I can claim that elasticity of my aorta is superb. I still can work to strengthen my heart muscle and to bring the resting heartbeat rate down to below 40, even lower. So it is again, if my heart will be much stronger, then the resting heartbeat rate will be below 40. So okay, let's look at the measures. This is my measures. It is like 90 to 52, heartbeat rate 51, but okay, it is in range of 48 to 51. Some it depends. And then one person who followed my advice and used always stay in communication with me, he sent me this picture and asked me, he was worried very much, why it is so low pressure. I went to physician, and physician said, you are probably sick, because at 100 to 60 it is not normal for your age. It's not normal, but considering that his heartbeat rate is about 60, it is okay. It is okay. Again, then I told him, don't worry, it will not diastolic pressure will not go below 50, so it will keep like this, and he got this very quick. He got it very quick. Okay, let's look at the table. Sorry, it is in Russian, but you can understand that, okay, what we have for systolic pressure for infants is average pressure is 96, and I have 90, so it is less than 96. and diastolic pressure for infants, for boys, 66, I have 50. So I have the same blood pressure like infants. So I got already so much, I improved elasticity of my aorta and blood vessels so much that it is like I'm a baby. Meanwhile, the people of my age, they have a range of 143 to 82, like this. And why it is so high? Because stiffness of aorta makes blood pressure higher. The aorta is not working properly if it is not elastic, it is not smoothing, it is not reducing the blood pressure in the phase of diastolic phase when heart muscle is relaxed, so it keeps high blood pressure. But if my aorta is elastic, it is getting smaller. Okay, it is getting smaller. Next thing that will happen after improving elasticity of blood and lymph vessels has to be an increase in the lung tissue elasticity. So all elastic, the external extracellular matrix is everywhere, but where it goes the most, lungs. Our lungs are full of capillaries, blood always go to lungs. This is the next organ which we can see improved elasticity after the blood vessels and after the lymph vessels. So what we can do, how we can see the improvement? That should be manifested in the forced vital lung capacity. So forced vital lung capacity is the maximum amount of air you can exhale from your lungs after fully inhaling. So you are keeping the breath, making inhale maximum to the maximum, and then the volume which you can exhale, this is a forced vital lung capacity. For measuring forced vital lung capacity, I use a 6-liter bottle for drinking water, and it works for me and easy to make and precise. I can measure precisely. So I fill it to the top with water, weighted, and immersed in the barrel of the bath with water upside down. Then I can, or you, or I may remove the lid and fill it with exhaled air during the flexible plastic pipe. So, okay, what is important? It's important to keep the opening of the canister of this bottle as close to the surface of water of the bath as possible. Otherwise, measurements will be underestimated. Next, what you have to do, close the lid underwater so that no water get inside and no water go outside, and then you measure the weight of the canister of the bottle with the rest of water again. So with some electronic balances you can precisely measure this forced vital lung capacity. And my forced vital lung capacity is now 5 liters 150 milliliters. This is of course not as good as when I was in age of 18. I remember quite sure that my forced vital lung capacity was over 6 liters. I was swimming in fins and was quite serious about sport, so I was really healthy person. So it was even maybe closer to 6.5. More than 6 for sure, I don't remember, but maybe 6 liters, 300 milliliters, but more than 6 is sure. Now it is 5 liters 150. It is much lower than when I was 18, but if you consider that I start this regular intake of these super enzymes, it's shorter than 8 months. Yeah, certainly 10 months maximum, but actually 8 months, I can say 8 months. And it's already improved so much. Yeah? Improved, I mean, I cannot say improved, but for sure I can say that it is improved than 1 year ago. I didn't measure it 1 year ago, but this my endurance and my feelings was so that it is much better than now than a year ago. Okay, so I can work further. And with some exercises, and I can develop. I can return it to my 6 liters. But even now, it is much larger. This volume capacity. That's as ever in comparison with average with the man of my height, and it is due to measurements. It is in average 3.6 liters. And okay, so what we have? We have total volume of lungs, and we have residual volume. And what is residual volume? As elasticity of your lung tissue is dropping, so it is getting stiff. You cannot expand the lungs as much as it was in normal and in young age. Cannot. You have this residual volume very high, and it is increasing with age. Yeah. So okay, better to look at this plot. You see that maximum lung capacity and this first vital lung capacity is in age of about 20 years, 22 years, but then it is especially quickly decreased, because this is a difference between this complete total lung capacity and the residual volume. Residual volume increases very sharply above the age of 60, so your lung capacity is dropping. Okay, here a little bit different. It's again, I cannot say what is the height of the man, but you can just some men. You see that maximum at age 22, 25 maybe, and then it goes down, and age of 60 it drops more than about 1 liter less than at maximum. So 6.5, 5. Okay, then maybe I have, again it's just 5.5 maximum, and then in age of 65 it is 4.3, and if I have 6, now I have 5, it is okay. Nevertheless, some improvement even with this plot. 5.5 liters, 150 milliliters. It corresponds to age of like 40. Okay, I used to have much better volume, but maybe 50. So I got, let's say, lung elasticity 10 years rejuvenated, 10 years smaller. So I have to continue to work, because all takes time, but I believe I can get much better values. This is some diagram to calculate what is average this first vital lung capacity if age of 64, and my height is 172, so it is like this. So it is 3 liters, 650 milliliters. This should be so in average. I have 5 liters, 150 milliliters, and it is okay, in average it is much better than even for very tall person, but okay, I am a little bit special. Okay, but anyway, I was using tincture, but I also quite recently started supplementing the so-called waste product of wax moth larva in the form of a powder. And I recommend this powder to people who support me. My idea is that supplementing of this powder or capsules with the powder in the morning, when the acidity of gastric juice is low, allows us to inoculate the large intestine with bacteria that are beneficial to the microbiome. Such bacteria may digest collagen and other proteins in the colon. So if you add more collagen to your diet in the form of maybe fish scales and fish bones, as well as cartilage, crumbs and pork skin, then this bacteria will produce these super enzymes. So efficiency of taking this powder should significantly exceed the effect of tinctures. So I used mostly vodka and honey tinctures, but recently I moved to this powder, and powder works better. For example, one participant in my project detected that his blood pressure dropped from 140 to 90, from this value to 100 to 60. And the resting heartbeat rate about 60 beats per minute, and only 45 days of supplementing this powder, but he was taking quite large amounts. He was taking doses 5 grams, about 5 grams twice a day. So I believe that is too much maybe, but no side effects. So it is again, I usually pack the powder to gelatin capsules, about 410 milliliters per capsules, and I believe that those 2 grams per day, 5 capsules a day would be sufficient. And if you take 5 grams and take this dose twice a day, it may speed up the blood pressure reduction, but yet again, when you have already good blood pressure, like 100 to 60, it is worthwhile, I believe, to reduce to 2 grams per day. And then, but again, what is important? What is important? A necessary precaution when supplementing this powder is the intake of resistant starch. Why? Dry powder of potato starch will be the best. That's, I just can refer to my previous video about details, why potato starch. And the potato starch is processed by bacteria in colon microbiome to produce butyric acid, and butyric acid is necessary to produce mucus. And this is mucus is to protect epithelial layer on the inner wall of the intestine. Otherwise, bacteria in the colon, this bacteria which we consume with this powder, it is eating protein, and mucus consists of much of protein. So then this bacteria can consume the protective layer of mucus, and then you can develop leaky gut syndrome. This is not good. So this you have to protect your guts better. So the amount of dry protein starch can be 30 grams per day. I recommend this, but overdose may lead to maybe loose stools, since in this case water from the blood, plasma and lymph is osmotically transported into the intestine. This is not diarrhea. This is not diarrhea, but just soft or loose stools. I don't consider it as an inconvenience, so my dose is about 60 grams of resistant starch per day. That is, I take a dose about 20 grams 3 times a day, even maybe a little bit more. It's not very important. And I have to remind you again that I mentioned in my previous video about psoriasis and about starch, that if you have problem with psoriasis, if you used to have leaky gut syndrome, it is very, very important, absolutely important to consume this resistant starch. And if you take more, no problem, okay, believe me, no problem. This loose stool is nothing. But you of course you will produce some more hydrogen, but hydrogen goes mostly to your blood and works as antioxidant and exhaled with air. It is not big deal, and it is producing some amount of carbon dioxide, and it is also no smell, nothing, but it makes your microbiome very, very healthy, and it makes your guts much healthier, because guts are getting more food. The epithelium layer of cells is getting this butyric acid, and also so that it can produce more mucus. This is my product. This is how I make these capsules. I dry powder, and then I put it to capsules and vacuum seal the package under vacuum, so it is for storage or for sending by mail. So this is how it looks like. And okay, what else? This table is in Russian, but Okay, I just have to tell that what is this forced volume, forced exhale volume of lungs. It is again, if in age of 20 it is 5 liters 300 milliliters, and in age of like 65 it is 3 liters 700 milliliters. But I have the volume which is for young people in average. I used to have more because I'm a little bit more physically developed, but it is okay. 5 liters for my height, for my physique, it is okay. It is okay. Well, what else? What is so important? Again, this I just describing what is, in my opinion, important for rejuvenation. It is important to follow diet low in carbohydrates. So the diet of carnivores, the carnivore diet with the use of small portions of honey, about 4 grams per dose, not, and to altogether 20, maybe 50 grams per day, it depends on your physical activity. So in small doses, honey provides additional nutrition for the epithelium layer in the intestines, and it allows you also to build muscle faster. Honey is essential for, but it is, you have honey, I'm a beekeeper, I produce honey. Honey is essential for growing the wax moth larva. And as I already said in my video, it is not all difficult to organize a small insect farm at home where the moth larva will produce for you and your beloved people a super product, a super enzyme for rejuvenating and healing your body. After all, rejuvenation is possible only with a decrease in the stiffness of extracellular matrix, as I always repeat. You have to reduce stiffness of the extracellular matrix, and you have to remove the toxins and all the rubbish in the extracellular matrix. And you cannot do it otherwise, only with super enzymes. So it cannot be achieved otherwise but super enzymes and by increasing the efficiency of your immune system. In particular, how to improve efficiency of the immune system? That regular endurance exercise is necessary to pump lymph in the lymphatic vessels, absolutely necessary, every day, at least 1 hour. Exercises such as vacuuming your stomach are also very helpful, as some section of air pressure in the chest helps the movement of lymph. To execute the stomach vacuum exercise, stand upright, place your hands on the hips, completely exhale all the air out of your lungs, and then expand your chest, and so that stomach will go inside as much as possible, and hold it. This is how people do it. It is very, very helpful to pump your lymph in your lymphatic vessels, and is absolutely important for rejuvenation of the body. Your immune system is the key, and this also these super enzymes. So if you will equip your immune system with super enzymes, then your immune system can repair the damage, and then you can get rejuvenation. Okay, then honeycomb is needed to grow wax moth larva. So I started my product long ago, and so it is about 2022, so 10 years ago. And what I did, I didn't go too much in details, but to information what I used to have that time, I was thinking, I was quite sure that I have to produce this waste product of wax moth larvae. So, and without the beehives, without the honeycombs, it's impossible. So what I was doing, I bought two beehives, and I would say keeping the Asian, because I'm in Thailand, this is a tropical climate, and then European bees, Apis mellifera, Apis mellifera, they cannot survive in here. They cannot survive in such conditions because they are quickly killed by the local giant hornets and the varroa mite. The Asian honey bees, Apis cerana, are more difficult to keep, and they are quite special. They often abandon the hive if they are disturbed, or if the sources of nectar and pollen in the area are low. So it is also Apis cerana does not tolerate any smell, any medicine inside the hive. But it's also some advantage because it's all pure, all organic. So, and because of these difficulties, the honey from Apis cerana in Japan, for example, is valued about 4 times higher than the honey from Apis mellifera. However, as I said, Apis cerana honeycombs are better for production of this powder, of this waste product of wax moth larva, than from Apis mellifera, because it is just cleaner, and also the way I produce it is different. I produce more honeycombs than honey, so not much honey, but a lot of honeycombs. So, but nevertheless, it took me several years to learn how to maintain Apis cerana and to, sorry, this misspelling, not cerana, Apis cerana, okay, cerana, and increase the number of colonies in my apiary to maximum number of about 30. So, what I did, I have invented a tropical beehive for Apis cerana, and it is cheap. I produce this myself, and it takes less than $4 American to make a hive for bees, all hive. For comparison, a standard Apis mellifera hive will cost about $100 American. This is the hives I produce. They are from metal. They can work for about 6, maybe 10 years maximum. So, but they are not costly, and they can stay in tropical environment. Wood cannot be used. Wood cannot be used because of this high humidity and also many insects which will eat the wood, and the hive from wood will stay maybe 2-3 years, that's all. I use metal canisters and some isolation materials and this cement and fibers plates inside, and then it can work for up to 10 years. I also have built a large house, and it is in total 150 square meters, because I was thinking to organize a workshop and the laboratory and also this farm. I was thinking to produce these enzymes in large amounts and maybe to sell it. So this was my idea of business, so I invested a lot of my money in it. This is how it looks now. I don't stay at that home because I have problem with my relatives, and this project is frozen, but okay, let's go. Again, in addition to production of this powder on honeycombs, breeding the wax moth larva on honeycombs, I tried to breed the wax moth larva for the production of particular efficient enzymes. So what I did, to achieve this goal, I was adding foods that contain collagen, like fish bones and scales, and skin from pork, and unsaturated fatty acids. As I used bran from rice grains to the honeycomb. So I just made some pellets and added to the honeycomb, and it works. In general, I succeeded in this. So the wax moth is eaten. It is together honeycomb, and then these pellets. They eat and grow. They certainly produce probably more efficient enzymes, but unfortunately my circumstances have changed, and I'm now limited in my ability to do research, and I still produce this powder tinctures, but I didn't compare efficiency, effectiveness of these super enzymes with enzymes that larvae produce when feeding only in honeycombs. I believe that it should be more efficient and a little bit cheaper. What is interesting, again, cheaper, because to produce honeycombs it is costly, but to make the pellets from collagen and this rice bran is relatively cheap. So my idea was to reduce the price of the product of these enzymes and to sell it, because this is a good remedy for rejuvenation, and it works. I see that it works. Okay, then hopefully I will be able to restart the production of these super efficient enzymes in future. But now my financial status is not so well, and I don't have any assistant who can help me. So what you can do, if you are interested to support me, then you can order capsules with this product from me, or maybe my friends in Russian Federation in Ukraine can supply. Obviously the price will be slightly higher than what you would pay directly to the beekeepers. So there is market, you can find suppliers of this product, but question is how they do it, because you have to understand all the steps, and at least I can teach the producer or the same what I am doing myself to make this product active, efficient. So you can get product which is proven, with proven efficiency, and you can rely on it. Okay, or if you want, just support me ordinary way by transferring funds to my card, and or maybe sending money by Western Union service. But again, if you are very poor, I consider, okay, you are very poor, you cannot support me, but you want to live longer, you can organize a mini farm for breeding the wax moth and produce this product yourself. Then, if you have this mini farm, you can even supply tinctures and this product to your friends, relatives, and acquaintances. There is a video on my channel where I explain how to organize the mini farm. Just follow in steps and everything will be fine. But some details are necessary need to be taken into account if a final product is this powder. After the collecting of material, the material from the bottom of the mesh containers, you have to sift the powder through a sieve and place it in the freezer. In the freezer at a low temperature for several days in open container. Why? Because this is to deactivate eggs and tiny wax moth larvae, such tiny worms that you cannot be separated by sieving. Otherwise they will just be alive and will eat this powder and will spoil it a little bit. So, and the container should be taken, and a few days necessary. 1 day is not enough. I keep it like 5 days. And then the product prepared in such way must be kept in the refrigerator before use, in order to avoid moisture accumulation and the development of green mold. It can happen that if it is not dry enough, green mold may develop and then ruin all your efforts. So be careful. And if you to send product by mail, it has to be sealed under vacuum and or at the atmosphere by dry inert gas. This is how it looks like. This my containers, the 2 halves with metal mesh. They have this wax in honeycombs, and this wax moth larvae eat them and produce this product, and then you can remove the product from the bottom of the container regularly, and after sieving it looks like this. So it is such gray powder, and I dry it and I put into the capsules, and you saw the picture of the capsules. Unlike the other suppliers of this waste product of wax moth larvae, I believe that the intake of the product does not need to be interrupted. So, because again, the price is not low. Don't believe this is again it takes so much labor to produce it that you need special knowledge, you need these honeycombs, you need customers, and so it is business not very cheap. So they recommend to use like tinctura in drops, which is funny, not enough. But if you take the powder, which is better, yeah, then don't stop it, because they say, okay, you can take for 1 month morning, 1 month at springtime and autumn, at the fall, and then your immune system will be recovered. Yes, alright, but don't stop. Don't stop. If your goal is rejuvenation, don't stop. Don't stop. You can reduce the dose, but keep it taken. Maybe interval of 1 week or up to 1 month you can relax a little bit, but it is necessary to take it. Your immune system needs these enzymes. Okay, and then again, it's necessary to get in monitoring of the measurement of blood pressure and the pulse, and such devices are inexpensive. It is $8 American with delivery, not much. In Thailand it is relatively cheap. And additionally, you can measure this forced volume, forced vital lung capacity. Forced vital lung capacity with the bottle. It's easy, okay, it's easy. Sorry, I didn't measure it 1 year ago. I was a little bit, okay, not, but okay, now I know my final, this forced vital lung capacity, and I can repeat it in these measurements in 1 month and further, and see the impact, because this is a very important parameter and indicator in the process of rejuvenating your body. And even with this, you know that this product with this powder is reliable supplement, affordable and safe. Don't forget about other dietary supplements, drugs and procedures for rejuvenation, rejuvenating skin and etc. and other organs of your body. I would highly recommend regular visits to the sauna or steam room, as well as taking a contrast shower. And I personally use water extract of dill and fennel seeds and garlic, cloves and lemon juice or citric acid, and so I make such a drink. And some days I drink up to 6 liters of it, because it's hot. Now it is 33 and it's quite hot, and humidity is high because it is yet rain season. Rain season is not over. Evening there was rain. Yesterday evening there was rain. Okay, as I have already mentioned many times, rejuvenation is not achieved by just one magic remedy or procedure. Not one, it is complex. Senile degeneration of your body is caused by the accumulation of the debris in the extracellular matrix, and the most important, increase in the extracellular matrix stiffness, so that our immune system cells cannot freely migrate in the extracellular matrix to remove both accumulated debris and zombie cells, excessive number of zombie cells. And in addition to the degradation of the immune system, when healthy cells are replaced by adipose tissue, yeah, so it is again in our immune system, healthy cells are replaced by adipose tissue, yes. And this is one aspect, but you can rejuvenate it for sure with these enzymes. These enzymes, they split these fatty acids and they clean your vessels, lymph vessels, your thymus gland. Everything will be working like in younger age, okay? This is the way to rejuvenate it. This is the way. And of course, with degradation of your body, then efficiency of the removal of this rubbish from the body decreases. And also what is important, as I said, why? Because not enough animal protein and cholesterol in food. As explained in my previous videos, cholesterol is used in our body to produce digestive enzymes and bile. If there is not enough cholesterol in food, bile becomes more viscous. Therefore, stones can be formed in the gallbladder and ducts that open into your intestine. Meanwhile, the bile production ensures the removal of toxins from the liver to the intestines. And then these toxins will go to toilet. And potato starch not only provides some food for the microbiome in the colon, but also it absorbs toxins from the bile to excrete it from the body. And another useful supplement for detoxification is dried mushroom powder, but people say not more than 5 grams per day because maybe excessive gas production. I don't know, but it's really, yeah, it's mushrooms are produce a lot of gases, in difference from potato starch. Potato starch producing hydrogen. Hydrogen is good. Hydrogen is antioxidant, and the hydrogen you exhale it, and no blowing of your stomach, of your guts, of your belly. So at my age, accumulation of zombie cells is becoming a serious problem. Indeed, even with a decrease in the stiffness of the extracellular matrix, the number of zombie cells in the body is already too large to ensure the natural decrease in their number to a normal level by the immune system. Therefore, toxins and signaling molecules that zombie cells produce and release to the extracellular matrix seriously reduce the metabolic rate, leading to depression and lack of physical energy. This is how you feel yourself old. And this is especially related to ability to perform resistance exercises to the level when you have to overcome physical pain in the muscles. You have to go to the, it really should be painful, otherwise your muscles will not grow. And for my age, I don't see any other way except for intermittent take of senolytics. Despite the fact that senolytics do not significantly extend the life expectancy, and their intake is accompanied by unpleasant side effects, and but at the initial stage of rejuvenation you cannot proceed without them. It is just, again, it's such a depression and mood. I'm like, now I didn't take these supplements already for long, and I was taken, but it was not successful trial. And since then already longer than a month I'm waiting, and again I tell you, side effects can be not nice at all, not nice at all. It is damaging liver, it is damaging heart tissue, so it is not nice. So I would prefer not to take the senolytics, but I don't see any other way to do it. Even with exercises, with regular exercises, then these toxins accumulate, and you have to kill these senescent cells, zombie cells, anyway. So this is some which you cannot avoid. This is the way. Yeah. Despite it is not extend your lifespan. To extend your lifespan, to rejuvenate your body, you need this reduced stiffness of the extracellular matrix. This is what you do with these enzymes, super enzymes. But nevertheless, you have to use more than this. Okay, and I will also continue to work on other means of rejuvenation, and if my circumstances will permit it, if I will be okay. In principle, the status of the project is such that I mostly completed it, mostly. But again, I need some longer time to see it, to monitor my health, to measure this forced vital lung capacity, and also endurance, and also the use of senolytics, and also some other means to increase efficiency of our immune system, because I rely on immune system, that immune system will repair, will rejuvenate your body. It is not any remedy. It is a remedy, but it is, again, it just activate your immune system. Your immune system will work well, will be powerful with this means to split the lipofuscin and other rubbish. You will get the goal. You will get it. So, and if somebody will support my project and it will be enough money, I will work individually, personally with such people, but mostly as I said, I almost completed the project, and I slow down, and I have to maybe take care of my financial situation, and maybe to earn some more money somehow else, because I don't have almost very little, nothing actually. If I compare time what I spent on this project and with income what I got, no, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous again. So people who work and achieve nothing. So I will go to this later on a little bit. Then they're getting good compensation. I don't. Okay, I follow research in the field of rejuvenation and the extension of this human life, but so far I don't see any serious success in the area. Maybe they keep in secret some the best results, I don't know. But as I have already noted in my videos, researchers place too high hopes on genetic modification of cells, on stem cell transplantation, on diluting blood plasma with solutions of albumin electrolytes. It's nothing work. I already explained it in previous videos. It is wrong way. It is wasting time and money. Yes? 80% of your body is extracellular matrix. Work on this. When stiffness of your extracellular matrix will be reduced to younger age, your immune system, then you will activate your immune system will repair, will make all your cells, will replace damaged cells with stem cells, and so in technically speaking, you can be immortal. But working on genetic modification of cells, it is absolutely crazy. I understand that people can do it, and they're so proud that they have this human genome project, and but it failed actually. It failed. I am a scientist. I know the situation in this area. It's actually failed. Genes explain almost nothing, and from technical viewpoint, again, you need result, like technical result. You need your body young. And genes will help to some extent, but it is self-sustaining body. Your body is very smart actually. Rely on it, but make conditions that you can rely on it. And again, that's what I just want to mention again, such pseudo-scientist David Sinclair. Oh, it makes me sick. He claims that at his age of 52, he had blood pressure, heart muscle strength, and lung capacity like a young athlete. Okay, so you can go, pardon me, wait, this is a Sinclair. What you can see in this video, in this photo, it is with a fluorescent lamp, and ultraviolet in the fluorescent lamp makes his hair look violet, the same as a t-shirt. Why? Because he has gray hair, but he makes coloring of the hair, and then this colorant, this dye is luminous, gives this violet luminescence. It is absolutely, and recently he started to use Botox to reduce this nose lip fold, this area, and not to mention his warts on face. He has 2 warts here and here, and then it is certainly indication that his immune system is in trouble. And he is here 52 years old, and he claims that he is a young athlete. Look at him. Look at him. It is ridiculous. I am 64 now. Yesterday I was going bicycle 100 kilometers with very high humidity and very hot. When I came back, I was drinking 6 liters of water because it really was not easy, the trip. Yeah, during the day at high temperature. 100 kilometers. I used to do better actually when I was younger. Yes, I was doing better. But nevertheless, I am quite well inside. I am quite well, and Then there was I got tired, sure, because I do this exercises only once a month. I go for shopping to this province center to buy beef liver, and beef liver I can buy only there. So it is 100 kilometers, 49 kilometers to the shop, and 49 kilometers back, and some also I make trip nearby. So it's more than 100 kilometers. Yeah. And this Sinclair, David Sinclair, he is multi-billionaire. For example, he co-founded a company, Sirtris, and to test resveratrol potential benefits, and he claimed in the interview with Journal Science that it was this supplement as close to the miraculous molecule as you can find for rejuvenation. And this company was sold for 720 million American dollars. Okay, 720 million American dollars. But during the test, during the trials, then it was results with side effects was so terrible that all these trials were stopped. But he got already money. He got money, and he was getting money for consulting fees with the company. Yeah, so he's an absolutely ridiculous person. But he's a multi-millionaire, and I suffer from not having enough funds because I came here. I didn't think that I will do anything else, but I was thinking I will do science in here. But situation has changed, and now I'm limited. But I don't complain. It's actually better, even better, because it shows that I can get rejuvenation, and anybody can get rejuvenation with quite simple, low funds. It's not very much expensive. Yeah, it's not expensive. So if you compare this David Sinclair with me, he is 52 at this picture. I'm 64. I have blood pressure. Again, sorry, it is misspelling. In diastole, it is less than a baby. It is like a baby, infant. And I have increase in some forced vital lung capacity, such that I am like 10 years younger, or maybe even more than 10 years, and it will go. It takes time. I need more time, and I will get it, because I see certainly how my endurance is increasing. How much, how with so high speed I can go with bicycle and so high speed that I'm just wondering, wow, how it works. It's like I got very young. In my very young age I was also a cyclist, and I loved cycling, and so it works. It works. Physical endurance is coming up very, very quick. And why? Because I use the proper remedy. These enzymes are the main, but also other stuff I try to, as far as I can do it. So I used to stay in Bangkok, and in Bangkok I was attending a fitness hall every day with sauna, with swimming pool, with very, very good devices for exercises. Unfortunately, when I stay here in my village, I'm quite limited in options, but okay, but at least I can go bicycle. I can cycle every day. Today I didn't go far because I want to finish this video, but in principle I do about 60 kilometers a day, and the best what I can do is 60 kilometers. 100 is a little bit much, too much for me, and maybe in time it will be okay, because I used to go 100 kilometers and it was fun. Now it is a little bit more difficult because I used a few months before to write this book, and maybe I was thinking that my friends will help me and they will organize people so that more people will be involved and more people will pay for my teaching, for my book. Unfortunately, the situation in the world is different now, and okay, but so far, if you follow my way, yes, and will be consistent, will work for years, then you will definitely see rejuvenation. There were many questions about skin rejuvenation. You know that this is multi-billion business. So I just want to compare pictures which I took at my arm here, when I used to have very strong psoriasis, and psoriasis made my skin very old looking. This was about a year and yeah, okay, it was a year and 6 months ago. Yeah, terribly old skin. I just was crying, yes. But now after 8 months I started to take this tincture, not that time, but later on, and now it is different. Of course, I cannot say it is skin of young baby, not of course. Look at me, yeah, some people say that I look older than my age, my chronological age. Sorry, okay, I had problems in my life, yes. It made me a little bit looking older, but I see difference. I see the progress. I see that blood pressure is dropping in the diastolic phase. I see my this lung capacity, this vital lung capacity is increasing. I see endurance is increasing. I'm on the right way, Just try to follow me and you will get it. But instead, this anti-aging industry generates more than 80 billion American dollars per year, and I don't have anything from it. And much of money goes through the hands of this person. This is the Aubrey David Aubrey de Grey, and he is 6 years younger than me. 6 years younger than me, so he is now 58. But in this picture was taken 4 years ago. He was that age, like 55, and look at him. He is the main person in this rejuvenating business. 20 years he is in the business. 20 years, and would you say he looks younger than his 55 years old age? Not at all. Would you trust the person who said, oh yeah, I will make you rejuvenate, I will rejuvenate your body, give me money, and millions and millions and millions of go through his hands? And actually, for me, there was no other way to find who may support me, and so I applied 3 times for different projects through this person, pardon me, and all 3 were rejected. Of course. They 20 years they go wrong direction and continue, spend millions and millions, and I do on low funds, almost at nothing, almost only my labor is involved. In some, I mean, beeswax and honeybees and honeycombs, this is a product of my labor actually. And I'm getting results, Can you imagine this person will go 100 kilometers cycling? I doubt so, okay? The same about Sinclair, young athlete, wow, it's so ridiculous. Okay, and these old people, multi-billionaires, the most rich people in the world, look at them. They are so funny. They are not healthy. The Bill Gates, 2 years older than me, can he go 100 kilometers cycling? Not at all. Look at him. He is ridiculous. He looks like a sack of rubbish. Sack of rubbish. His friends the same, these multi-billionaires. They are ridiculous. They pay money but have no brain. Because again, they trust this person. They trust a thinker. Okay, but this is all misleading. But again, we live, what is important, we live in very hard times. You know, now we have this hysteria about this very simple infectious disease. And instead of making your immune system strong, improve your health, what we have? We have lockdowns, we have hysteria in mass media, we have this police is hurting the old people. Why? Because old people went outside of the homes, but they should be in lockdown, stay at home. And is it good for health of these old people? This is genocide. This is genocide. This is a crime against humanity, I tell you. Absolutely. But good news that eventually today morning I got news from Austria that police said no, not any longer. This is fascism. This is fascism. We will not go further. We will not separate unvaccinated people from vaccinated people. This is fascism. It's really fascism. This QR code. This is the same like this David star for Jews during the Second World War. No fascism. Okay, no further fascism. Okay, this is the good news. At least army in Austria and police in Austria decided to stay with people. In Thailand, it is yet terrible situation, and experts are under pressure to make vaccination, and hopefully I will manage. I don't need it. I'm healthy. I never, last 20, 30 years, not 30, 20 years for sure, 25 years maybe, yeah, 20 years for sure. I never was sick, never, with no one infectious disease. Why? Because I'm doctor in science, I'm doctor in quantum physics. I know my brain is working, I know how to keep myself healthy. Maybe I have some problems with family, with some stressful situations that, like university from Germany kicked me out because they just don't have money, but they need money to support migrants. Okay, so, well, and then I came to Thailand. I was thinking I will make science here, but situation is such that nobody wants to pay. This project, I started this project. At least I can, if I cannot sell my capsules with my product, and I can use myself. I produce more than enough. And it works, and so what to say, the next 10 years they will be very hard if you will not pay attention to your body, if you will not rejuvenate your body, you maybe not survive. If you don't value your time and your life, if you don't want to pay any money for this, it is your choice, I don't care. It's again, for me, I am getting already the profits, the benefits. I am benefiting from this result. I am scientist. I know how to do it. Meanwhile, Australia, and so you see, police is on the side of these globalists, and they use this pepper spray and rubber sticks. They fight with good people. This is what we have. So the situation is really, really very hard. And there is a separation between people, good people, and people who are criminals. They are certainly criminals because millions and millions of people dead already because of this, what they're doing, lockdowns, and businesses are destroyed, and then all the shipment of goods is delayed, and we have this hysteria and everything go ruined. And again, people, you decide. You want to live? You do something for this. Okay, you have to be united. You have to support each other. You have to support also, if you want to get my help, yeah, you can support me. If you don't value my support, okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. I got already some benefits. I will survive, don't worry. But you will not get what is necessary to keep you healthy and to live longer. And again, 10 years, in 10 years, I believe that not many people will survive this next 10 years. And if you're not healthy, if you have problem with health, and if you stay in lockdown and cannot go outside and cannot change your diet, and then sorry, I'm so sorry about you. I only can pray that may God have mercy on you. Okay, then again, I'm not medical professional. I am PhD in physics, in quantum physics, and also chemical physics, chemistry, rheology, mechanics, and physics is my specialty, and I got quite good knowledge, I believe, in biology recently. So I can find a solution. I'm always working experiments and finding a solution. And in my past, I got quite achievement in science. I tell you, but unfortunately, the achievements in science are not always appreciated. Not always go together with money. But okay, I got at least I had fun. Okay, discuss with a physician, and I never do it. And thank you for your time. I'm talking so much, but again, it is so important for you, and your support is important for me. But I'm closing the channel. In 2 months, I will make it private. And book will be only, book and videos will be available only to my supporters. And I will move it somewhere, and because again, my personal goal is almost achieved. It will take a few years longer to get rejuvenation, like maybe 20 years to my age, like 40. And and then I will be quite happy. So just have to get it. The best, of course, what I can show, this is my achievement. And I show it, okay, I show it, pardon me, okay, this is skin, about skin rejuvenation, it works, slowly, but works. Okay, about this lung capacity, it works. About the blood pressure, pardon me, so where it is, okay, it works. I have to build more muscles. And I need some senolytics, because again, I just, it's not easy. I try to grow these exercises, resistance exercises. It is so heavy for me. Without senolytics, I cannot go. So this time I have to go again, do it. I have very good senolytics, but I used it first time. I was very satisfied, but there was strong side effects. I was just afraid. I was looking for maybe not so dangerous, not so some moderate efficiency senolytics. I cannot say. I tried few, but okay. So I had to go this direction to find out some better senolytics, because without them, personally, me, I cannot go. This is unfortunately, this is life. I cannot do it. Okay, that's all. Thank you for your time. Trust this person who is here. He is what, 55 years old. It is ridiculous. Okay, it is ridiculous. He is not healthy. He's 20 years in the rejuvenation business. No results. Billions, not billions, but many millions came through his hands. Nothing. And he is getting more money. And he the same. Multi-millionaire. What he achieved? Nothing. Even for himself. Nothing. Okay? Okay. I have to be happy about that. I got some improvement. Okay, I got some improvement. It is enough. It is actually enough. Okay, have good time. Thank you for your time, and have a good, wonderful day. Ciao. See you.